So this morning I am drinking my black coffee and catching up on shows. This is grim right now. Basically, I never said this. Oh, and this is my living room. I don't know if you guys have ever had this view before. And that's my cat. What's up, Fred? Anyway, so this morning I am catching up on shows that I missed. Like I said, this is grim. Basically, I didn't vlog about this because it was before my vlog channel even started, but like right during finals week, I missed like an entire week of TV because I live in Cleveland and Gina DeJesus and Michelle Knight were found. And I mean, I think most of you people might recognize those names by now. All of you who are international, basically, the story is that Gina DeJesus and Michelle Knight and another girl, God, now I feel like the worst person on the face of the planet, the worst Clevelander, because I can't remember her name. I'm sorry. I'm like Catholic crossing myself right now. I'm sorry. Anyways, so they were taken a long time ago. I remember, because I've lived here most of my life, and so I remember when Michelle Knight and Gina DeJesus were taken. There was like, you know, a lot of us have followed the story for a really long time, but they were kidnapped around 10 years ago, and they were being held in a basement and tortured for 10 years. Really, really awful story, but basically it happened in Cleveland, and so we've been receiving a lot of national media attention, or at least we did, and they were kidnapped by Ariel Castro, and basically for the entire week that they found them, which was a celebration here, trust me, like there was a big celebration here, and it was a great week to have these women back in our lives, but all of TV was gone, which is, not a bad thing, because I watched all the news stories and everything like that too. Plus, I'm not far from where the house is, and my boyfriend's mom lives just like a couple streets down. Like, it was really creepy. But anyways, so, and you've just been listening to me talk and staring at a paused grim screen this entire time. But anyways, so that entire week, all of the shows were still going on around the country, but in Cleveland they were all canceled because we were running constant news stories about the story. So I'm trying to catch up on all of the shows that I missed now after all the season finales are already taped on my DVR, but there's like one random episode 3 weeks ago that I didn't get to watch. So that's what I'm doing now. That's what I'm doing today. 3 minutes into this film, or this video section, and I finally said it. So right now I am about to go to my bar interview. For all of you guys thinking about law school, this is the stuff that they don't tell you when you're thinking about law school. You're like, oh yeah, I know I have to pass the bar, blah, blah, blah. But the character and fitness portion is a little bit nerve-wracking. Not that I think that I have a bad character or that I've done some bad things in my past. It's not like I've done anything really, really awful. Like speeding tickets is pretty much like the worst thing I've ever done. But you have to go through this thing called character and fitness, where like first you have to fill out this huge, massive, like 30-something page thing. Basically, it's like a background check on you. They need to know every single place that you've ever lived, including like dorm rooms. So when I lived in London, that was an issue because I don't remember my exact address in London. So I know that they're gonna question me about that. My parents were divorced, and so I put down both of my parents' addresses because of the way that the custody agreement was. That was an issue. I'm like, oh my god, this is just gonna be like the biggest nightmare. But yeah, so you have to fill out this huge, massive report, and they need to be able to dig into your background and see everything that you've ever done, ever. Everywhere you've lived, everywhere you worked, every parking ticket, where you went to school. They do a big background check on you. And mostly they're looking for like patterns. They're not looking for, like if you get in trouble one time, they don't really care. But if you get in trouble like 5 times, then they're like, okay, this person has a pattern. Maybe we need to like worry about this.
well, they don't really tell you that. So when you're thinking about going to law school, like you kind of know a little bit about character and fitness, but you don't exactly know what they're looking for. So I filled out my character and fitness, and it has been the biggest nightmare because I worked at a place that went out of business, and I didn't have the contact information because they went out of business when I was like 16, and I didn't bother to get people's personal info so I didn't know last names of my manager or something like that. Anyways, so now I'm going to my interview, and my interview is going to be sitting there with a bunch of attorneys in a law firm while they question me about my character. I've heard horror stories, and I've heard like people be like, oh, we talked about the weather, you know what I mean? Like I had one guy tell me that like he was in there for over an hour and just got berated and degraded about like, because he forgot to put down one of his parking tickets, and they found out in the background check. And so it's not a question of the fact that you got it, it's more of the question of, well, why'd you feel like you had to hide it? And his excuse was, I forgot, it was a damn parking ticket. And I just talked to my boss because I had to leave work early to go do this, and he said that he was in there for like an hour just getting degraded. And he was like, I've never even done anything bad. I've never been arrested. Nothing bad in my entire life. And I left there feeling like the worst person on the face of the planet. So I'm very interested to see how this is going to happen, because I already don't have high enough self-esteem and think that I'm just this awful person because I got, you know, parking tickets 5 years ago. So, and I was like, you know, I just have a self-deprecating kind of like, I just think the worst of myself, I guess you could say. So, oh, I got a text. Hey Sonora, by the way, that was from you. Hey Sonora. Anyways, so now I'm gonna go to my bar interview. Wish me luck. So I just got done with my bar interview, and I will say it was infinitely better. Sorry. Infinitely better than what I thought it was gonna be. I thought I was gonna be in there for an hour. They were gonna be drilling me about parking tickets and about, you know, like, I don't even know, that they'd find some crazy, like, deep down, like, you stole a pen from your teacher when you were 5 years old and you're not allowed to take the bar now. Like, I don't know what was going through my head. Girls do crazy things when they're stressed out, but I had every worst, like, image in my mind about what was gonna happen. And it ended up lasting for 5 minutes, and they were like, all right, we just have 2 questions, and then we're gonna recommend that you sit for the bar because we looked through your packet and you look fine. So, do you have a substance abuse problem? And I'm like, no. They're like, well, not that you admit it if you do, but we're gonna trust you and say that you don't have a substance abuse problem. And I was like, okay, thank you. And they said, and what's your debt like? Like, do you have a lot of debt? And I'm like, aside from student loan debt, I have no debt. And they were like, okay, we don't care about student loan debt. You'll be stuck with that for forever. And I'm like, okay, cool. So that was it. And then they were like, all right, we're recommending that you sit for the bar. And I was done. It maybe lasted 15 minutes. And now I just went to the, what's it called? The post office, and I mailed away my most recent giveaway prize. My most recent giveaway prize. My Zoya giveaway ended like 2 weeks ago. No joke. 2 weeks ago, sorry. And I had like other YouTubers, maybe you've gone through this too, but like I had like the most hell of a time with giveaway winners. Let me just tell you, I'm so excited about who won. Mariko, I think that's how I pronounce her name. I've just, you know, seen written. But she has been following my blog for a while. We talk on Twitter, and she's like the sweetest person, and you know, we talk about Texas and all that stuff because, you know, she just moved there. Anyways, doesn't matter. I was so happy that she won in the end because I couldn't think of someone who was more deserving. Like, I always get really, really happy when people who talk to me like won. But yeah, the giveaway ended like 2 weeks ago, and she was actually my 3rd winner, no joke. So the first winner, I was kind of excited about too, because it was a girl who like comments on my videos. I recognize her username, because I do read and respond to all of my comments, or at least I try to. Sometimes I'm a little late, but Anyway, so she like watches my videos all the time and she comments all the time. And so when I figured like I'd email her and I was like, yay, congrats girl, you won. I sent her 3 emails and I still haven't heard back. Like, still haven't heard back. And I was checking to make sure she was getting them and like making sure that they were going through, and she still never said anything. So I was like so bummed out about it. And then the second girl who won, so I had to move on because I'm like, it's not fair to everybody else if I'm just waiting for her. And then the second girl who won wasn't even subscribed to me. I was like, how do you enter a giveaway where the first rule is that you have to be a subscriber and you're not subscribed? But now I'm at my mom's and we are going to hang out, have a talk, and do a little cooking probably. Yeah.
How sad is that? Oh, that is not the first but second nail that cracked right there. And so yeah, my nails are definitely stained, but I have gotten out my tea bag and I'm about to fix it. But I'm so sad. I had to do this a couple of days ago too. My pinky nail, look at that. Like that one cracked really, really low. It cracked like all the way, I can't even do it while holding the camera, like cracked like halfway down. It was really, really bad. Yeah, but I'm about to do the tea bag method. And oh my god, my nails are so stained. I really need to do a treatment on them. And nail fixed. It might not be the prettiest fix, but at least it's still long. Yeah. Are you in your box?
Do you realize what this will do to me?
He was in a I'm in this glass box of emotion.
I want to get my ball.
I want my ball. Oh, okay. No, still not getting out of the box.
You guys make a phone?
It's like, wait a minute.
I'm trapped.
Oh, still can't get the ball. Can't get the ball. Oh. I'm sorry, this is too entertaining. It's like, okay. Box? Box?
Don't do it again.
Box?
Bail is set at $1 million.
Oh, lick the box.
My hospitality.
No deal. I'm not looking for one. My client isn't guilty. Your client belongs in a pine box, but I'll settle for an 8x10 cell where he can rot until he dies. Okay. Yourself, Miss Cabot.
This will go on all night. All night. Oh no!